A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a landmark decision that could shape the future of U.S. trade policy, the Supreme Court is set to hear arguments regarding President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs on nearly every U.S. trading partner. This case marks a pivotal moment as it challenges the legality of Trump's signature economic policy, which has been criticized for its potential to disrupt the global economy and burden American consumers and businesses alike. The justices will deliberate on whether the president overstepped his authority by using emergency powers to impose these tariffs, which have already had significant ramifications for many industries. The tariffs, first introduced in April, were justified by Trump as necessary measures to combat what he described as an extraordinary and unusual threat to national security, citing the trade deficit and drug trafficking as primary concerns. However, opponents argue that the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEPA, does not explicitly allow for the imposition of tariffs, a power that they contend belongs solely to Congress under the U.S. Constitution. As the Supreme Court prepares to hear the case, the stakes could not be higher. If the court rules against Trump, it could not only invalidate the tariffs, but also require the government to refund billions of dollars collected from these import taxes. Businesses across the nation are holding their breath, as many have already felt the painful impact of these tariffs. For instance, Learning Resources, a toy company, has reported an astonishing $14 million hit this year due to the tariffs, forcing them to rethink their entire manufacturing strategy. The legal battle has garnered significant attention, with more than 200 Democrats and a lone Republican senator filing briefs against the administration's stance. They argue that the president's use of emergency powers to impose tariffs is a dangerous precedent that could undermine congressional authority. This sentiment is echoed by various business groups who have expressed their hope that the court will recognize the gravity of this issue and rule against the administration. As Americans await the Supreme Court's decision, the implications of this ruling extend far beyond tariffs. It raises fundamental questions about the extent of presidential power and the balance of authority between the executive and legislative branches. Legal analysts are divided on the potential outcomes, but a ruling in favor of Trump could grant future presidents broader powers, fundamentally altering the landscape of U.S. trade policy. In the meantime, the ongoing government shutdown has added another layer of complexity to the situation. With Congress struggling to reach an agreement on funding, the political climate is charged, and the implications of the Supreme Court's decision could reverberate throughout the halls of power in Washington. As the justices prepare to hear the arguments, the nation watches closely, knowing that the outcome could have lasting consequences for the American economy and the future of trade relations worldwide. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.